Did something weird happen recently where all of a sudden Elon Musk is the boogeyman, is a supervillain? Something did. He criticized the media. But technically something happened a little bit before that. According to Elon Musk, the media has been misrepresenting him and putting out stories which are factually inaccurate or misleading and things like that. And that's unsurprising. We've got so many different news outlets that many of them aren't going to get it right. Think about it this way. When you only had, a handful of newspapers, they had a lot of money, they controlled big budgets, they were making most of the money, and so they could afford fact checkers and they had to be credible because competition was stiff. But now that there are 50 billion news websites, a lot of them just don't care. So Elon Musk is going to have 100 times as many stories written about him, all regurgitated from other outlets. It's called journalism, where they read a story from someone else, rewrite the damn thing, and change some of the opinions or critiques. And they're going to get it wrong. Why? Because it's a game of telephone. It's called journalism, like you're churning out stories. So since then, it seems like everybody's just got a bone to pick with Elon Musk because he called them out and said, y'all are bad at your jobs. So now we have the story from The Hill. Elon Musk donated nearly $40,000 to a Republican PAC, filings show. In the world of politics, $40,000, while it might seem like a lot of money, it's nothing. It's barely anything. Let's look at this story. Elon Musk was one of the top 50 donors last quarter to a PAC aimed at maintaining Republican control of the House, federal filings show. The FEC filings released this week show that he donated $38,900 to PAC Protect the House. Other high-profile donors who gave to the PAC included Microsoft co-founder Paul Allen, he gave $100,000, and Houston Texans owner Bob McNair, who gave $371,500. That's a lot of money. That's nearly 10 times as much as Elon Musk gave. Salon first pointed out Musk's major donation to the group, which raised more than $8 million in the second quarter. Is it not relevant to talk about Microsoft co-founder's donation, which was more than double? No, but Elon Musk is in the hot seat, so he's the one who gets talked about. Keep in mind, too, they raised $8 million in the second quarter, and he gave them a little bit less than $40,000. Is this really that significant? It's interesting that he donated to them. I wonder why. But to act like somehow this is relevant is mind-blowing when someone else gave 10 times as much. Houston Texans owner. Why aren't we saying, oh my God, the Texans owner is giving all this money to Republicans? No, it only matters that Elon Musk does it. And they don't put into context anything else that Elon Musk may have done. It's simply that because he did, call him out. Musk, who is reportedly a friend of House Majority Leader Kevin McCarthy, has donated to a variety of candidates across the political spectrum throughout the years, including both Democrats and Republicans. I should say, my earlier criticism is more about the political pandering, not The Hill specifically. I have a couple tweets pulled up I'm going to get into where everyone's screaming at him for having made these donations, but it seems like The Hill's actually doing a decent job here by mentioning this. He made donations to Hillary Clinton during both her 2008 and 2016 presidential campaigns, according to the Center for Responsive Politics. As the CEO of Tesla, he's spoken out against climate change and reportedly unsuccessfully lobbied President Trump to institute a tax on carbon. This week, Musk made an unspecified pledge to help families in Flint, Michigan, who were affected by contaminated water. Wow, that sounds like a really nice thing to do for somebody who's got the money to do it. Elon Musk, he's got all this money, he's donating to politics, and he pledged to install filters in people's homes. That's like a good thing. That's a good thing, right? Doesn't mean the system's perfect, no. But Elon Musk sounds like he's a pretty okay dude, as far as I know. He's doing cool stuff with spaceships. I love it. Revolutionizing how we're getting satellites and lowering the cost, and excellent work. Electric cars. I'm 50-50 on it. I got to do more research. I don't know if there's a net benefit at the end of the day because we still charge them with electricity, which is still predominantly coal and other things like that. But it seems like he's moving in a positive direction for society. Musk has also been critical of Trump in the past and stepped down from 2 White House counsels after Trump pulled the U.S. out of the Paris Climate Agreement. Elon Musk seems like he leans left on a lot of these issues. The billionaire has described himself as a socialist, but was widely mocked on social media after tweeting about it last month. Yeah, I don't necessarily agree with that. I don't know if Elon Musk wants to hand over the means of production to his workers, and he's been heavily criticized for all that stuff. But we don't need to get into what he thinks about himself. We can simply talk about what he's doing and why he's doing it. And Elon Musk tweeted this: "Reports that I am a top donor to GOP are categorically false. I am not a top donor to any political party." True statement, true facts. The story is specifically about one political action committee. Okay, and he gave $30,900, a much less than many other people, and it's one PAC, not the GOP in general. And now he's basically calling out people who are saying that he's a top donor to the GOP. Not true. He's a top donor to protect the House. That's true. Not the biggest. Not some people are giving way more than he is. But now you've got people claiming that he's a big GOP donor, and he calls it out. Someone says, "Are you any kind of donor to the GOP?" And he said, "About 0.5% of what I donated to Sierra Club, which is a reasonable amount to maintain an open dialogue." And then, this is really funny, you've got this fake Elon Musk account, which is actually linking to a scam, which is kind of screwed up. Twitter won't get rid of it. I don't even know if I can report it, because, what is this? I can't even click the report button. It doesn't even work. This is a scam right here. So if you're going to this tweet, watch out for that scam. This guy, John Cooper, says, "You're parsing words, Elon. Were you or were you not one of the top 50 donors to protect the House? A PAC that supports Trump and his racist, xenophobic, misogynistic, homophobic, anti-environmental policies? If you did give them, money, then you were a top donor. For shame." No! Rewind. Okay? He said top donor to the GOP. Okay? And then he was like, "You're parsing words. You're a top donor to this one PAC." He didn't say he wasn't. He said he wasn't a top donor to the GOP, probably because a lot of people are misconstruing him giving to one PAC as being him giving to the GOP. Now, there's a difference here. This guy says, Scott Weiner, "So automatic donations that he wasn't even aware of specifically to both parties in order to help ensure that issues important to humanity get heard by our money-motivated government are wrong. He also gave $7 million to Sierra Club. Any outrage there?" Do we need to read? This guy, John, he responded with, "Don't insult my intelligence. I hope Elon feels he got his money's worth for his $40,000 donation." People are so insane. This is absolutely ridiculous, the things people are saying. And this is one of the biggest problems with the media. People, it's not all the media's fault. It's also our fault. Because someone's going to see that story, and they're going to immediately go, "Wow, Elon Musk gave money to the GOP," technically. And then they're going to report this. They're going to write the story up. He's a top donor, to a GOP PAC. Someone's going to say major donor to the GOP. And then you're going to get people all over Twitter saying, "Oh my God, he's one of the biggest Republican donors." So Elon Musk tweets, "Reports that I am a top donor to GOP are categorically false." That seems to be true. He gave what seems to be a relatively large amount. But in terms of politics, when you've got people giving nearly $400,000, he's not really in the biggest group of donors. But then we have this, what is this? Libby Watson, who is a politics writer for Splinter News. Full disclosure, Splinter used to be called Fusion, and I worked there, and they fell apart, man. It was so sad because they originally pledged to be nonpartisan, and then for a bunch of reasons decided to be woke, and then started putting out BS. She tweeted, "You are such a stupid, shitty liar." Why? This is true. The original story is about a Republican PAC, not the entirety of the GOP. So why is she calling him a stupid, shitty liar? She's wrong. But this isn't the worst take. There's another tweet that I pulled up that's actually really funny. First, we'll read this. Someone said, "If Elon Musk is truly a conservative, even though there was almost an even split in donations to Dems and Republicans, then I say we should have more progressive people like him representing Republicans. More so, his affiliation is none of my business." It's actually really clever. That's really smart. Elon Musk he wants to fight climate change. He's donating to Sierra Club. If he is donating to conservatives, he's the kind of person you want on the side of conservatives, right? You want him to pull the conservatives closer to the middle or further left. Why are you yelling at him? Elon Musk is, pretty moderate, in my opinion. He says, "Thanks, Jack. To be clear, I'm not a conservative. I'm registered independent and politically moderate. Doesn't mean I'm moderate on all issues. Humanitarian issues are extremely important to me, and I don't understand why they are not important to everyone." I agree. They are. We're humans, and we need to make sure life for humans is good. But that includes, beneath that, environment, animal rights. I believe that everybody wants to make the world a better place. We just disagree on how to get there. There is a small subset. I shouldn't say everybody, because there are some crazy people out there. He said, "That said, I do not actually see the checks change that policy today. A nominal annual amount goes out automatically to both parties to maintain dialogue. I have given vastly more to humanitarian causes." Yeah, seriously, $7 million to Sierra Club and $40,000 to one PAC, and all of a sudden everyone's screaming and blowing up. This is what they do. It's how the media frames things. But there's one tweet that just was an absolute hot take. Somebody posted this in my Discord. This guy said, "Giving money to keep Republicans control of Congress in 2018 is giving money to keep Trump in power. It is support of fascism. It is not tolerable. I will buy a Volt rather than a Tesla I was eyeing. I will sell my Tesla stock and I am unfollowing you. You are my hero. Seriously? Look, listen. If someone came to me and said, I take it back. I get this all the time. I get emails all the time from people who are like, I can't believe that you said this, Tim. I thought you were really good, but you're clearly just another one of these fake news journalists. I'm canceling my Patreon donations. And I'm like, dude, okay. You don't have to give me money, and you don't have to tell me that you don't think I deserve it anymore. I get it. You know, it blows my mind that there are people who don't seem to realize, for one, I'm not infallible. I'm wrong often. Even in my videos, by all means, criticize me for when I get things wrong. You know, we just did an interview with some guy who said that race was a social construct. And I gave him a little bit of pushback, but ultimately, you know, it was just a conversation we had. And afterwards, I realized why that was incorrect, you know? And so what was actually cool is most people who follow me are reasonable, rational people. And even though I get people, you know, periodically who are like, you're not the person I thought you were, and they get all angry, it's rare. You know, relative to the amount of people who follow me, it is rare. This person, a tweet that said Elon Musk, do they think Elon Musk is going to see this and then, you know, like feel bad and decide to like change his ways? Why? He's a moderate. If Elon Musk said, okay, I agree, I won't donate to Republicans, then Republicans are going to tweet the same thing to him. There's literally nothing you can do. The funny thing is, this guy said, I will buy a Volt rather than a Tesla. Oh, forgive me, up in that ivory tower of yours where you can afford to buy these fancy electric cars. You know, you were going to buy a Tesla, but now you're going to buy a Volt. I'm not sure I'm too concerned about you, right? You're complaining about donating Republicans being fascism. I'm sorry, you're hyper-partisan, and that's a bit nuts. I don't think... Actually, I think that the hashtag that's going around is Elon Musk did nothing wrong. Yeah, he didn't. It's really crazy. In fact, Elon Musk has done a lot of things right. No one's perfect. I'm sure he's ripe for criticism. There's a lot of things that should be talked about that he isn't doing well. But it seems like he's trying to maintain some kind of balance, and he works towards humanitarian causes. But I guess it is what it is. I'll just say it. I'm a fan of Elon Musk. As you know, most of my opinions aren't too strong one way or the other, so it's not like I'm going to go buy a poster of the guy. But I generally think it's cool that you've got this tech billionaire who's building rocket ships, electric cars, and typically is fighting for what he believes in to do right by people in the world, and he's moderate. So there you go. Like this guy Jack Patilla said, we should get more progressive people like him representing Republicans. How about that? Stick around. I've got one more video coming up in a few minutes.